out of here. Did you enjoy your lunch? Did you enjoy your lunch? Ani hajashiba, I still have a few meal vouchers. Ani hajashiba, I have a few meal vouchers. Okay, that means everyone is okay. So at this juncture, I'd like to invite the managing editor, Biashara Limited, Mr. George Bishoke, and then he will guide us on a very quick exercise. Then after that, we will have a representative from Post Bank, and then Neptune, and then Jethro, and we'll finish up with Ngeli Foods. So, Mr. George Bishoke, karibu sana. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes to the stage.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a business-to-business event. So, the next 20 to 30 minutes, I'm requesting all of us to visit those stats. We have Post Bank, we have Neptune, we have Jethro, we have Mentor Circle. Visit their stats and interact with them, engage with their products and create with them relationships. So karibuni sana, and we now hand over to those respected members. So Post Bank, Neptune, Jethro, Mentor Circle. And also Ngeli Foods. Get to sample their very, very good honey and some very healthy products. So, karibuni.
You want to take this photo?
Yeah? Yeah.
Let me come to you second.
Okay, 1 second.
Dah juga time dia space dia space bagi siya only panau
Kerja kira brand. Kerja kira brand ya, Pak. Apa itu nama apa? Mimi ama ni kwa sababu ni mweupe. Hii rangi yetu ni ya pesa. Yake tu ni ya dhahabu. Yetu ni ya pesa. Umetuona? Where Joy? Ukawa ukinye town. I came by car. Kwenda kuona Sena. Sasa tuende. Sena. Kimisitu. Ani tunawa na Kimisitu. I'm represent. And he looks quiet. Lakini inasaidia sana. Ama amepika mtu mwingine. Poteza vida de
So I think our time is up. When we are done with the program, you will still, our exhibitors will still be there. I can see people are really interested in Lely Foods and also Neptune and Jethro and Kopo Kopo, Postbank. So they'll still be there. In the interest of time, I'd like to kindly request you to take your seats. Kindly, I'm requesting you to take your seats. Let's wind up. And I would like to invite into the platform, on behalf of Mr. Elijah Omondi, who is the General Manager Banking, Treasury and Marketing at Postbank, to quickly take us through a topic on digital transformation and the strategic adoption of SACCOs. Now, the person who's going to speak on behalf of Mr. Elijah Omondi is Michael K. Koech. So Mr. Michael Koech, currently, let me just share his profile while he's here. Mr. Michael Koech is the General Manager, Business Operations. He's a seasoned ICT and banking professional with over 2 decades of experience in financial technology, database administration, systems development, and digital banking solutions. He currently serves as the General Manager, Business Operations at Kenya Post Office Savings Bank, where he has successfully led major projects such as the implementation of the Enterprise Service Bus, core banking system upgrades, and Western Union digitization. Now, he holds a Master of Science degree in Computer-Based Information Systems from the University of Sunderland, and is an Oracle Certified Professional, that's OCP. So he brings a strong blend of technical expertise, strategic leadership, and innovation in driving digital transformation and operational efficiency in the banking sector. Mr. Koech has been involved in various automation projects that the bank has implemented over the years. So ladies and gentlemen, let's kindly welcome him with a very big and massive round of applause for Ali. Karibu sana, Mr. Koech.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I think it is a privilege and an honor to be presenting to you some of the experiences that we've had at Postbank. Just like you've been told, my name is Michael Koech, my GM at Postbank. At Postbank, we have been looking at how to digitize probably the SACCOs and the way things have always been very difficult, especially in the SACCO industry. And we've had various experiences. Personally, I happen to be an official in the SACCO. I'm in the board of Postbank SACCO. And of course, we've been looking at how to help the SACCOs to link up and do collection services and disbursements of their loans to the various members. We've also been looking at ways of helping the various institutions, of course, to manage various challenges that a number of institutions that have not adapted ICT as their core systems, they find it very challenging. The inefficiencies that you find with it will always give people so many challenges. But yes, here we are. We're just trying to share the various experiences that we've had. And I'm here on behalf of Elijah Malit, who was supposed to be with us today, but he didn't manage because of other responsibilities that he had to attend to. So I'm here on his behalf. Technology is giving me a challenge, and I thought I was good in it. So you can just push it manually. We have options. If the technology fails, you can always do it the manual way. So we are looking at various things. We are looking at the pressure that the SACCOs are experiencing. And if you happen to be a SACCO member, you will realize that there are a number of issues that you have challenges with. Everybody is now on mobile. Everybody again is looking at how do we integrate our systems to the mobile such that if today I want a loan, I don't have to go to the bank. But my money should go to the bank, and then I should be able to pull that money, and it should come all the way to where I am. Then you're looking at AI, you're looking at various technologies, digital lending. How do I apply for a loan from wherever I am? I don't have to go to a branch, because sometimes you find a number of SACCOs, they have one branch in the country, and they have members across the country. So we are also realizing that you have members who are expecting so many things, and you have to catch up with them. So you're also trying to avoid member-based challenges. You have to somebody tells you, come and fill a form for you to be able to access a loan. Now, the Gen Zs will never like that. They don't want to be told, please come and fill a form. Then also, the cost of brick and mortar. For you to be able to have branches across the country, that means you also have to have staff across the country. Those are costs that you can always avoid. So with technology, it becomes easy to actually grow your systems and grow the various SACCOs into very serious enterprises. So digital transformation, of course, is no longer an option, and it means that everybody else who is there needs to change. But of course, as you're looking at that, you're looking at efficiency, you're looking at onboarding members, including people who are in diaspora. We have a number of Kenyans that are currently working outside the country. And for us, including us in Postbank and even our Postbank SACCO, we are also able to manage them. So, what are we looking at? Forces that are driving SACCOs to digitization. One of the first things that is giving us that is forcing people to digitize is the members' expectation. Now, with members' expectation, sometimes the SACCOs are not able to have the finances to do the digitization. So what do? They partner with fintech companies. And a number of fintech companies will then partner with SACCOs so that when you start the business, you do not bother, as a SACCO, you do not bother with the technology. Somebody else does the technology, but the two of you partner. For every transaction, the fintech gets something and the SACCO gets something. Then you are looking at mobile dominancy, mobile money. So again, a number of years, the banks were trying to fight Safaricom, for example, on M-Pesa. But then when they realized they were not going to beat Safaricom on that, what did they do? They partnered with it. So every bank these days, you can always connect your account to a mobile application that will then be able to withdraw money or deposit money into your account through either M-Pesa, Airtel Money, or Telecom T-Cash. So we are also able to do that. With the fintechs providing the technology, then you are able to have that. Then when you have digitization plus mobile, then it means you are able to reach now the financial inclusion agenda. When you have all that, you realize that even the remotest of the villages in this country, everybody knows how to use M-Pesa. And at one time I was asking a few of us previously in an environment like this, and I was asking, how many of our grandmothers never went to school and they know how to use their phones? So there are so many. And now you realize that a grandmother who never stepped in any school, they know the difference between an M-Pesa message and any other normal M-Pesa. And they will also know which child or which grandchild sent the money and they don't know how to read. So how do they know it? Then somebody told me, you do not need to go to class to know how to manage money. So the money, the moment you know how to attract it, you will always keep it, whether you went to a formal school or not. So we are also looking at operational efficiency. With operational efficiency, it means I'm a member of a SACCO, and in the morning I want a loan. All I need to do is log into a mobile app, fill in what is required, and in 10-20 minutes at most, you have a loan on your M-Pesa. Or it has gone to your bank, then you should be able to collect it from there. So those are the good things that digitization is bringing to the industry. So why SACCOs must transform? Yes, SACCOs must transform because of the pressure. If you do not transform, then you become irrelevant. The moment you become irrelevant, that is the end of you. How many SACCOs have closed? There are so many. But how many SACCOs have come up? There are also so many. So the moment you delay, the generation that used to believe in paperwork will then die off, and the generation that believe in digital will then be there. So you have to be with them. Then it is imperative that transformation for sure is no longer an option. We have to move with it. There, okay. So, the digital trends that are shaping the SACCO industry, what are we looking at? We are looking at internet banking and we are looking at mobile banking. The moment you have been onboarded, and of course, there are mobile apps that are able to onboard people to a SACCO. All you need is your ID and then the mobile app. You download the mobile app, you log in, you put in, you scan your ID, you put in some fingerprint, and an account will then be open. Then you can always be able to access that. So for the people with the Mulikamuizi, you can always use the USSD, and the USSD is a standard thing. I know Safaricom has enabled that. For the people with the lower end of the phones, they are able to do that. Then we are also looking at AI and data analytics. Anybody who happens to have an account in any of the banking institution or in the SACCOs, you can actually look at that person and you can know their characteristics from there. Whether this person is a spend person or this one is a saver, you will really realize that that is very fast. From the AI, that you are able to use the AI technology to analyze the trend of that person, you know where they go, you know where they buy their things, you know what they do, you follow them from the various social media, you are able to actually detect that, no, that these guys, these are the things that you are able to do. You will also be able to identify frauds and, of course, design products that some of these, probably the younger generation would want based on the data analytics and AI. Then, again, for SACCOs, you're looking at sometimes, if you happen to be an official in the SACCO, sometimes you have to go to the AGM for you to get approvals to buy hardware. Then after 5 years, somebody tells you that that server is completely out. So again, you're told some 20 million, 30 million that you're using to purchase the hardware is no longer there. It is out of date. So you need to change. So there are options of cloud because it enables you to scale up, scale down, whatever you want. Cloud computing now is the real thing. Then it also allows you to perform your functions in a paperless manner. Because you have the mobile apps, you have the USSD, you have the USSD, you have the mobile app, you have the internet banking. All you need to do is apply for anything. The transaction is processed up from end to end, and you don't have to have anything else. You do not have to know somebody. You do not have to do any writing because the SACCO knows what your details. Then looking at agency banking. Agency banking is the ability of various institutions to provide touch points for SACCOs, such that even if you have one branch or your headquarters probably is in Kisumu, you should be able to serve all your members across the country using agency banking. And agents are all there. Currently in Postbank we have over 1,000 agent locations across the country. And we are able to integrate with various institutions where now you can actually do a deposit or you can withdraw from your account, from wherever you are. So that is also the other good thing that agency banking is able to afford to the SACCOs. Of course, for that to happen, you have to have APIs. APIs for the non-technical people is application programming interfaces. So a developer or the institution that provides the softwares and the core banking systems, they should be able to expose some APIs so that that API can be accessed by any other partner for them to be able to push transactions to you or to be able to pick transactions from there. And anytime you do a transaction, even when they change their systems, you don't need to change yours. All you need to do is maintain that integration, and of course, you will be able to continue processing. So it doesn't matter, you can always, from the API interfaces, you will be able to access internet banking, you will be able to access USSD, you will be able to access ATMs, you will be able to access all manner of things that are available. You will also be able to see dashboards that can show you the various things that you want from a member. Then even when a member is calling, you should be able to use those API to see if it is my mobile number. Then my face should be able to come to the screen and you should be able to say, this is correct, who is calling, what are the details that we need to know about him. The system would have given you straight from those API. Then of course, there are a few things that comes with that, data protection and privacy. You know, again, you will not provide that, there are consequences if you leak some of that information. So you must maintain that. And of course, there are regulators for the SACCO industry and then for government, like for data protection and SASRA for maintaining some of these standards. Then, what are the challenges that are affecting the SACCOs and they must overcome? Some of the challenges, of course, are high investment costs. For you to implement any system, it requires serious investments. And of course, there are partners who will be able to partner with you. Various fintechs, they are able to partner. Banks are able to partner with you. They will also be able to provide that. Safaricom is also able to provide some of that. So some of these you can reduce by doing that. And then of course, there are a number of other things that you will always find. Of course, the infrastructure, if you're looking at your own hardware, then the cost also goes high. But if you're looking at various options like cloud computing, you will then take a portion of the infrastructure that you require so that all you need to do is pay for that. Then of course the training challenges. The ICT industry is so volatile. Somebody who is not keeping abreast with the technology will always become irrelevant in less than 5 or 10 years. So you also have to train the staff. Sometimes the SACCOs may not have the muscles to actually train them, especially on cybersecurity and the various risks associated with cybersecurity. Then we also have challenges of legacy systems. A number of SACCOs don't even have systems. Some of them are using Excel. Then one day, a treasurer disappears with the system, the laptop that you've been keeping everything there. Then you don't know what to do. So those are the challenges that some SACCOs are also finding challenging. Then of course there is, the skill gaps that I've talked about, and of course sometimes the resistance to change. A number of us probably may never want to move from what we are used to. You're used to doing things in a different way, but somebody tells you, from this day, we need to change. We used to have the old TVs, but now we have the digital TVs. There are so many people who have never changed from the old TV because they are saying, after all, I'm still watching the TV. But then, there are things that they are missing from that. So, the technology also changes with that. I think I have discovered the way this thing is going. So it's supposed to be this other side. So we are looking at impact on digital transformation. What does it do to the industry? Of course, improve member experience. Everybody wants faster services. They want better services. They want things to be faster. You can access them from all places that you are interested in. So that is the good thing about it. Operational efficiency. When you have operational efficiency, the cost of doing business becomes lower. Then you're also looking at financial inclusion, which we've talked about it. And then the other biggest challenge in the SACCO industry, of course, is governance. Sometimes you realize that you have a whole group of board members. None of them have the technology, they do not have IT knowledge. And yes, they will be accountants, yes, they understand money. But money these days is not sitting in books the way it used to sit before. It is sitting now on laptops and PCs and servers. So you have to have someone who is able to actually also help when you are handling that. So you require a mix of various experts in various areas, especially in the governance aspect. Then let's look at pillars of the SACCO sustainability. What do we need then to do to sustain the SACCO industry? We are looking at, for us to be able to achieve that, member is supposed to be the center of everything. You have to satisfy the member for you to be able to keep that member. Then you have to provide the digital infrastructure. You have to do process automation. You have to do strategic partnerships so that whenever some of the things you do not have, somebody else will be able to supplement it for you, and you should be able to the member may not be able to know that that was exactly what you were looking at. So it will enable you now to provide some of those services without any challenge. Then you're looking at the last thing, cybersecurity and of course risk management. That is one other key aspect. Risks will always be there. You will even train somebody, even in the latest technology, but the fraudsters and the cyber criminals are always way ahead. So you have to be you have to be updated on a daily basis to make sure that you are able to move things. So how does Postbank accelerate automation? So this is where we come in as Postbank to partner with various circles to enable them achieve some of the things that probably they may not be able to achieve on their own. So how do we come in? We have the digital infrastructure. So all we need to do is we can do an integration directly to you through APIs. So when we have those APIs, then we should be able to, from our own touch points, from the ATMs, from the mobile apps, from the agent location, from our branches, from our other partners, we should be able to collect for you. We should be able to then collect for you all the details that you need. If you want people to make deposits into the circle, they will walk to any Postbank branch. They will just say, I'm a member of this circle. All I need to do is I need to deposit into my savings account. And we will be able to post that transaction. The money will be collected into the circle's account that sits with us, but then we will then push that information all the way to the back end of the circle, so that even when you log into the internet banking or the internet portal of the circle, you will be able to see that transaction within 1 minute. So the moment it is saved, it is processed, it confirms on the other side that yes, you are the valid customer, we post that transaction and we send back the message. We also give you a message to confirm that that transaction has been received on the other side. So we are able to do collection and disbursement. If you are processing a loan and the loan has been processed successfully, you do not need to have any other way of sending that. All you need to do is upload that on our internet banking portal, process a transaction. It will push to any bank in Kenya. So we'll be able to push it to Postbank account holders, we'll be able to push it to all other accounts through PesaLink, and all those transactions will be able to be posted on the other side. Then we are looking at high yielding. We are also to provide, if you are a circle with high deposits, and you have those deposits and you don't know what to do with it, or you want to invest, you'll be able to invest in us. When you invest with Postbank, we'll be able to give you competitive interest rates. For us, we are a government institution, we are the only tax-free deposit. We will give you tax-free interest on the deposits that you give it to us. So we are still the only one there, and we will be able to provide that. Then we also have our agency banking platforms. We are present in 43 counties. We are only missing in 4. We are missing in Tana River, we are missing in Mandera, Wajir, and one of the coastal counties, Lamu, yes. So we are missing in those, but we are present in all these other institutions, and from there, you can actually collect physical cash from any of our agents, and you can deposit any of the cash in any of our agent locations. So we are available across the country. So what is the future of the circle industry? The circle industry has to achieve some of these things to be able to be successful. It has to be digital and agile. Agile means you may not have all the resources to change everything from A to Z. So all you need to do is to start something, you do something small, you add. You do another thing, you add. You do another thing, you add. So like if you are using if you are using the hardware that is available in your offices, and you want to move to the cloud, you can move part of your system to the cloud. Then you'll be moving slowly as you get the resources. So that is what needs to be done, because by then, the moment you move to cloud, you will then reduce you will become paperless. You also reduce the time it takes to process your transaction. And it also enables any of your members to access your services from anywhere in the world, regardless of where they are, so long as they have internet. Then the SACCO industry should also realize that data is the key. We are data driven. So you have to understand all your customers, and that is available on AI. You use data analytics and AI to predict some of the things that your customers would want and personalize their products so that they are able to grow with them. Then there is also integration, open banking. This is where you embed your SACCO business with the industry. So if you can connect to all banks in Kenya, so that anybody who is anywhere in any bank should be able to, if they have money in any of the banks, they should be able to push that money to the SACCO, regardless of where they are. Then you're also looking at member-centric. Member should be the key. You have to satisfy the member, because that is the only person, that is the only business that SACCOs are supposed to serve. So, what are our recommendations and conclusions? For us, we are looking at prioritizing digitization and as a board agenda. So, if you are here and you are a board member or you are staff of a SACCO, look at the options of growing your SACCO, so that if you happen to be a SACCO of 10,000 members, you should then be able to push to 100,000 membership. If you are employing 10 people, you should then be able to employ 20. And that will enable us to grow. Then you're looking at building internal digital capacity. Of course, sometimes you may not have all the skills, but with the integrations and partnerships with fintech and partnership with other institutions, you will then be able to leverage on the expertise to be able to grow your business. Then you're looking at scalability and secure infrastructure. It is important that, yes, we will be having the systems. Sometimes every 5 years, people tell you need to upgrade your decision making. Without looking at the data, most of the time you will then make decisions based on perceptions. And perceptions sometimes with Gen Zs now having the money, it becomes very difficult to understand them. But the moment you are able to use data that is available, you will then be able to understand that it becomes easy for us to be able to make the right decisions. So up to there, that is the presentation I had for you. Thank you so much. Any question? Any comment? Niambie basi mtakuja Post Bank to open accounts and to integrate with us, ndio? Sawa sawa? Thank you.
Let's clap for Mr. Koech for that very well articulated presentation. Thank you so much. And actually, Post Bank, I remember when I was in school, nikiwa mdogo, I think hiyo ndio ilikuwa banki ya kwanza mimi kupelekwa na madhe. So it's one of the oldest banks, that one I'm sure. And they've been tried and tested. Na kuna those old people wanajuanga tu posta, hawajui kitu kingine. Wale watu wa kitambo wanajua posta, hawajui banki nyingine. So Mr. Koech, that's a very good presentation, and it shows a very high level of consistency for all those years. So thank you so much. Next time, that is next year, I'm sure we'll have time for you, more time for you. But we started late today. Next time tutajaribu tukuja mapema. So I want to briefly give Mr. Ewen Kinyua from Neptune. And Mr. Ewen Kinyua is a technology and fintech professional who's working with the Neptune Software Group. He's also, which is a prominent provider of core banking and financial software solutions in Africa. Now he specializes in financial technology, digital credit systems, and financial ecosystem innovations. So let's give a very hearty, warm, loud applause for Mr. Kinyua, who's going to be very brief, and then Jethro, prepare yourself, and then we close. Karibu.
Thank you, PK. Good afternoon. You know, afternoons they are very tricky. And in this case, you know, I saw some ugali in the menu, and it might be harassing some of us, especially if we decided to take a piece. So before I say something, I'll give my colleague the mic to say hi to you.
Good afternoon. My name is Caroline Waini. I work with Ewin at Neptune Software Group. We are in the business department. You're most welcome to our booth. Everything that our colleague from Postbank has talked about, we have a very good solution that addresses that. So you're most welcome to come and explore what we have. Thank you.
I think, Mr. George, it seems one day is not enough. Yes. So next time, take us somewhere, we take 2 days or 3, so that we are able to give our audience and our clients what we have. So in the interest of time, we are not going to project, and also I'm not going to give the topic that was given, but I just want to mention that since April to today is 5th of June, this is my 4th event that I'm addressing, and all the events we have been addressing the issue of digital finance, digital lending, digitalization, and all that. It means that is something that we cannot abide as institution, as a circle, as a microfinance. And the biggest question is, and that's why today in the morning someone was talking about the fintech. The reason why we have so many fintechs is that they realize there is a gap that banks, the MFIs and the circles have not been able to address, and they have taken that advantage. And that's why today I was hearing a number of 600 or 500 to be, just imagine. And we are here as Naweza Circle, and seen Mentor, and seen Cobank, as Bimas, as Caritas. So there's a lot that we're not going to our customers. That's why they are going to the digital lending, is it? So even as we are supposed to embrace the digital lending, and digital lending, you can only embrace it when you're using technology. So my name is Ewin Kinyua. I come from Neptune Software Group, and at Neptune we deal with core banking software and other applications. We are based in Nairobi, Apai, that is Victoria Towers, that is where we are. We have a good product for the microfinance and circles. It has been tested by a number of institutions and it is working. So if you have time, you can reach us, you can call us for a demo, we come for free, we don't charge you. And when we come for a demo, it does not mean that you have to buy the software, but we would like to give you the taste of what we have. Sometimes, sorry to say this, I'm seeing circles, they just want to keep on upgrading from D65 to BC. When you're doing that, make it open. Call other vendors, let them come and show you what they have. Because you may be having that, what you have been thinking, that is the best software that is there in the market. And another group I was presenting at Nevada last week, I told them, there's something that we are calling vendors lock-in. You see, somebody showed you the system, and kama mlifanya harusi. Unajua baada ya harusi ndio tunaipeana until death do us apart. So this vendor comes in, and you adopt that thing that until death do us apart. Until we grow the circle, that is when we are going to change the system. At Neptune, we have one philosophy, and we were saying, if your neighbor is, if your neighbor, you and your neighbor are in hospital, you are both admitted. We say, get well, go home and do other things. If your neighbor in the hospital, you get well, go home and do other things. So SACCOs and microfinance, they are clutching on vendors. Just because SACCO are using this system, this is what to go up to. You go to forum, I think people in their group, hey, unapitia hii mashida system ilianguka jana hata leo ijamuka. Bado hata sisi yetu ilianguka jana ijamu. So we are the same bed. We are in the same hospital because we are all of you. Just that last week I think on Friday I was talking to somebody from the South Rift. I cannot remember where the sample. And they were telling me that their system can go down for a day. And I'm wondering, are we in the same Kenya? Yeah? Whereas our clients, if they can just go down for a minute, they are calling even the MD that the system is not working. So for SACCOs, you can see some of the SACCOs are closing down because of the system. There's a lot of fraud in the SACCO sector. Why? Because we are using a weak system. We should look at a system that you are not able to commit a fraud, not unless it's through what we call the collision. Because in collision there is nothing you can do. If me and you agree to steal, and we are the people who have the right, we are going to steal. But you can be able to avoid to steal if you have a good system. Let me give you a story. As you know, sometimes when you go for this demo, sometimes we fear to give the whole story of what our system can do. We come and tell you, in this system of ours, you cannot be able to steal. Then maybe you are presenting to somebody who is planning to steal. Will they buy? They will buy. You see? So that's one challenge that we also face. So when we go to do the demos, we are very careful on who are doing the presentation to. Is it the board or is it the management? Because, sorry to say, even some of the board members, they involved in fraud, is it? So we are very careful. But the moment you give us that work, when we come there, we have all the spanners, we have all the tools, so we ensure that system, it is watertight. And one thing with our system is, we have something what we call a view audit trail. You can be able to see who have been viewing this account. Akiingia tu asubuhi anaangalia your account. Ukiingia asubuhi anaangalia your account. So we have made sure we have that element, which is a tool for the system. Nobody put it there. As long as we store that system, it comes with it. Nobody can remove it. That is number one. The other one, if you think you can remove the system, what we call the back end, and you enter somebody's account balance, nobody can access that account. The account automatically locks itself. You try to access it, it tells you that the balance has been corrupted. PK, can I continue preaching? Or I have 1 minute. So, what we are saying is that we have come with a very elaborate system that is able to do all the SACCO operation. And the good thing is, I was also in the SACCO. I worked in the SACCO for, I think it was around 7 years. I joined as a branch manager. I went to internal audit manager. I went to finance. Last day I finished with the CEO. Na nikafika mwisho. So I looked at my age. Nikaona hakuna position nyingine. So nikaacha the movement. I went to technology. And that is where we are today. We have a clients in Kenya. We have shoppers. We have Nawili, we have Fortune SACCO, we have Bingwa, we have Wakulima Commercial, we have Solution, and our newest entrance, which is Taifa SACCO. Those in microfinance, we have Eden Bridge. Come on, we have Eden Bridge. Nowadays it is moving everywhere. We started with them, I think, with one branch. Today there are 16 branches. And we also have a branch international, they also our client. Oh, questions. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyone with a question? We can come for free. We give demos for free. We give advice for free. Hata hiyo system uko nayo tunaweza kukwambia this is the weakness of this system and this is what you can do. You don't have to change. Tuite guys chini na sisi. We'll tell you what is the problem, where the child is at, and you continue. I won't charge you. Tatumia mafuta yako hata kama iko na bei ya juu. So, any question? Hawa tu kama amesikia. Ama kuni picha.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's start from Mr. Eric. That was a good presentation, and we are saying that if you'd like him to come and do a pitch, it's for free. So for now, I'd love to invite a representative from Jethro Technology. Now, his name is Francis Kirago. He's the lead systems architect at Jethro Technology. So we'd like also to share with you what they do at Jethro Technology. And my apologies, I know time is limited, but he's going to go through it very quickly as we come to a conclusion. I assure you next time, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of time. Yes, karibu sana.
Asante. Well, I don't know about making titles and profiles because somebody was asking about that. For those that know me as an individual, I think you think that I'm a man of very many talents or I am a jack of all trades. I keep telling people that I'm not a jack, I am actually a master of some. So at Jethro, the topic I'm going to talk about, and please allow me because I realize that a lot has been talked about, right from the first speaker, that is Dr. Gamane Hassan, and the rest of the speakers. They really did a very good job. So I'll be like Mr. Ben Mann and say I did write this PowerPoint, but somebody wrote it. Maybe it is the AI. Okay, and you'll allow me to concentrate on pitching Jethro than actually giving you the notes, if that is okay because of time. Let's talk about digital efficiency, innovation, competitive advantage, and digital solutions. Almost everything has been talked about. I'll just take you through quickly, and maybe I will read a bit. Digital transformation is responsible for reshaping banking and fintech through improved efficiency. We all know that. What are the realities? The realities that SACCOs and NFIs are faced with today. That is one which is very important. It's customer expectations. People just want to live their life. They want to pay rent, pay school fees, isn't it? But you're dropping apps and apps onto their what? Onto their phones. Then of course there's competition. Competition, I think, is the reason why Kenya, my motherland, has actually achieved 84% financial inclusion, but have failed on, what did they fail on? Financial health. Is that right? Do you guys remember? Oh yes. So competition is one of those such things because of investment, growth and all that. Then of course the other one is operational costs. And then of course we have the hackers, cybersecurity, and whatever you want to call them. That is the other thing. I press the wrong button. Now, wow, this thing is teasing. Eh? Down is up, up is down. Yeah. So now, what are the drivers of efficiency? Of course, process automation, digital payments, scalability, cloud infrastructure, data-driven decision-making, cost, and faster service delivery. I will pose a question here. I don't know whether all of us know it. Who knows the difference between digitization and digitalization? You're free to use your phones, use AI to ask that question. Now, somebody wants to answer? Okay, now, we cannot talk about process automation if you are still in the digitization phase. No, you can't. You will have to be somewhere. The previous speaker, the just outgoing speaker, just said that there are some circles that are using Excel. Yeah, those ones are actually somewhere. There are those that are using paperwork. So you see that those are the challenges we are all facing. What are the factors that accelerate innovation? Open banking APIs. I'll be talking about this later. Artificial intelligence, which is AI, maybe the one that wrote this note. And then embedded finance, digital lending. We just noticed that digital lenders came and found a gap and fit themselves inside there, isn't it? Because the SACCOs and the banks are not doing it properly. Okay, and then the three drivers of value. One is efficiency, two is innovation, three is competitive advantage. Innovation is easy where you have technology. It's not easy if you're using papers, if you're using simple tools that can be broken into or just stolen by mere access of what they call physical access in IT security. Okay, now let me concentrate on this part. Who is Jethro? Because this is where I wanted to go. Who is Jethro? We are giving you software solutions. I need to talk to, I'm pitching, right? I need to talk to Postbank. I heard that they are looking for, they are finding ways to support their circles, the circles that are having issues. I think they should come to Jethro because we provide software solutions, core banking per se, and we have over 120 man-years of experience. Me alone, I have about 20 something. I know some of you will be asking, did I start working when I was 18? You'll find out if you want. So I have about 20, personally I have about 20 years, and I started as a loan officer somewhere in a country, neighboring Kenya, and then I also decided to stop at the level of a CEO because I thought I reached the maximum. Then I switched over into IT. Now, Jethro is the owner of the core banking system. We call it Ahead Banking. Just like the word says, ahead. We want to make sure that if you choose Jethro, you are ahead for whatever you want to do. Your business plans, your competition, your sales, we want you to be ahead. How does Jethro support banking transformation? Core banking integration, digital channels, payment ecosystems. This one is very big, payment ecosystems. When I talk to people, I tell them, the lowest is going to be the customer walking to the bank, and maybe the highest for now. Maybe there could be more, but for now, I'd say ATM cards, because I know when I tell people that when you start dealing with cards, you're actually chilling with the big boys. Ecosystems involve all that, and remember, we said our customer wants to just live a life. So if they saw somebody swiping a card in a bar at 3 a.m., they also may want to do that. So you just want to give them that. Of course, don't forget to give them training on financial literacy and the related. Then we have one key area, which is business intelligence. Somebody, I think it was Ben, who was talking about dashboard. BI is simply being able to give people summaries of information so that they can quickly process it. If you ask me the names of all the speakers, from A to Z, I might fail, but if I can be allowed to speak their first names, it will be easy for me. That's what people want. They want to have intelligence at their fingertips or on their phone, or their tablet, and things like that. And then, I mentioned earlier that we have 120 man-years, maybe more. I think we're just being lenient here. So when it comes to security, we take it at a very serious level. We do also have people who sit in and check our own software that we give our clients. We need to know that. There is something else I want us to mention, and that is we introduce Ahead Banking to you. We help you to segment this very easily. One side is, you'll choose which side is which. One side is the industry itself, and the other side is your products. How are you placing yourself in the industry, as a SACCO, as a microfinance? If you want to become a bank as well, that you have, there's someone I've seen, especially in West Africa, they start as microfinances and they want to end up being commercial banks, and they've actually done it with the help of Jethro. So we allow you, we help you to be able to segment for yourselves and choose where you want to fall. If you want to concentrate on innovation, serving your customers, growing your clientele base, and staying where you are, and changing the nation in which you are, or the area you're covering, or if you want to now start venturing into different environments, we allow you to do that at Jethro. We help you actually. It's not like we are holding you back. We help you and support you. One key area which is not mentioned, I think the whole from day to day have not heard about Islamic banking, Jethro, we're very good at that. We help you actually to be able to provide to your customers Islamic banking services. Some people have been asking, who are your customers? Who are they? Who are your partners? I don't want to call them customers, I want to call them partners, because we believe in partnership at Jethro. As you can see, some of you may see your names here, others may not see them, I don't know, but these are our customers. We've been supporting some of them, we've been supporting them for more than 10 years as I speak today, and they're still growing with us. What we do at Jethro is that we want the CEOs, the decision makers, to be able to know that when they make the decision, it's not a wrong one. Open API banking, for example, we are proud that we can allow and we are comfortable to collaborate with your different service providers. So we will make sure that everything that you need to integrate, if you have to integrate, or you've chosen to integrate with a particular fintech, we shall work with you, and so you will integrate. Making sure that your core system is actually safe and accessible. Key takeaway points. Digital transformation is a growth, efficiency, and member experience strategy. Don't forget the last word or the last 3 words, member experience strategy. People just want to do what? To live, isn't it? Thank you very much for listening. I hope I was as minimal as I could on time. And if there are any questions, I see someone raising their hand, right? I did, please. Paul, somebody is raising their hand.
Yes. Oh, say it. He needs to hear it.
I didn't hear. Sorry.
I'm saying you have done it well.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm really honored.
It's a compliment. So let's kindly clap for him for that wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. And he's available. Kindly make sure that you take his contact. Thank you so much. At this juncture, I'd love to welcome our final presenter for the day. Now, as StunnerBiz events, the first event actually we did was for young entrepreneurs. We are really heavy on supporting young entrepreneurs. We have over 100 that we are supporting directly as StunnerBiz events. Sometimes we even invite them over for dinner or coffee, and then we just have a chat and they tell us the challenges that they're going through. So we are also supporting young entrepreneurs who are coming up with their own businesses. And this is a space that Jethro, I'm sure you can also be able to venture into in their digitization journey. And so I'd like to welcome Stanley Gelly. He has a very interesting story, and my brother, I know you are still young, very Gen Z. So kwa hivyo nyinyi mnafanya mambo haraka haraka. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Let's give him a very massive round of applause, please. Karibu sana. He has a very interesting story, and I'm sure he's going to do it very fast as he concludes. And I'm sure you visited his stand there. He's one young man that is very inspiring. So karibu sana Stanley. Then after this, we are just going to have a prayer and a national anthem. Then please don't leave. Kuna chai pale, tafadhali don't leave. There's some tea and some snacks. Tusiwache hapa ni yetu. So karibu sana Stanley.
Thank you. Hello. Yeah, let's go ahead and start. read without slides. So my name is Stanley Kelly. By training, I'm a data analyst, but then I also do several other things. Every week I volunteer in a school as a teacher, so I'm also a teacher. And then the other thing that I do on a day-to-day basis is I work with a very fascinating insect that pollinates 70% of the world food. And apart from pollinating 70% of the world food, the elephant, an elephant is very afraid of this insect. So does anyone know what insect this is? As a teacher to me, please raise up your hand. Any person who knows what this insect is? Yes. A bee. So we'll give you honey for answering. Thank you so much. So yes, how I got myself into beekeeping is that in 2019 I had just joined Strathmore University to do BBIT. And so my parents really wanted authentic honey, and just like everyone else here. And they didn't get it in supermarkets and all that. And so I took it upon myself to start a farm in Makueni, that's my home area. And I realized that this problem is actually bigger than my parents, because in Kenya actually produces 100,000 metric tons of honey annually. And this is only 20% of our demand. So the other 80% comes from Tanzania, Uganda, so there's a big supply gap somewhere. And this 80% that is coming from Uganda and Tanzania is actually not traceable. So you find that in that process, Okora and a lot of things happen now in that shape. And so I started Ngeli Foods, kept some beehives, harvesting, selling to people, investing in the business slowly but surely. And so as the business was growing, I realized that a lot of people want more honey that is organic. And so Ngeli Foods started from there, and we started now contracting farmers, aggregating, and we set up a factory in Syokimau, whereby we make our products, our main products are three. So number one is honey, what we get from the beehives. Number two is beeswax, and then number three is granola. And so those are our three main products. And so our numbers, how they look like is that last year we were able to do 8 tons of honey the entire year. We are currently working with 156 farmers. That's in West Pokot, Baringo, Kitui, and Makueni. And our factories in the factory actually can do 600 kgs of honey per day. So we've really tried to automate and optimize the processes. And just like any other business, I've really had a hard time scaling it up. And one of the big problem was seasonality, because honey is just like maize, beans, and all that. Mvua ikiwa mingi, there's no honey. If it's too little, there's no honey. And so that is linked to challenge number 2, which is inventory financing, whereby for me to buy honey in bulk, like 5 tons, 10 tons, I need cash. And at times accessing that cash is a problem. And before we even structured the company, payments were entering into my M-Pesa. So if I go to the bank, they tell me, I mean, you don't even have a bank account, a limited bank account, you don't have statements, you don't have all that. So those were some of the challenges that I really encountered in my early beginning years. And so how we've solved this is through working with people. And we have a lot of partners, one of them being hand in hand, who are actually here. They've really assisted us in even getting machines and all that. They've given us capacity building, whereby we've learned how to create accounts, bank when people are paying. And this actually enabled us to even get a loan from the World Resource Institute, and it's doing quite a good job, because part of the loan, we're doing 15,000 trees in Makueni this year. It's quite a good thing. And then also in the last 1 year, we've also been able to win the Presidential Innovation Award, which we've been awarded by the President of Kenya. Yes. And so we are back there. We have really good honey, we have granola, we have all the goodness. So please, you may pass, you may buy, you may support us, and thank you.
Any questions? That means we are satisfied. And something else you forgot, I am the brand ambassador. I have tasted the honey, and Trust me, you will never go wrong. I live actually my home. Mahali naishi ni karibu na National Beekeeping Company, hapo Ngong Forest, and I can assure you, I went there and they really speak highly of Ngeli bee. So kindly spare some coins. I'm sure it's just the beginning of the month. Hata kama economy si mzuri sana, at least let's support that gentleman. Sindio? So all in all, I hope that you've learned today. I hope that you've networked properly. We promise you that the next event will be bigger, and we've taken all your suggestions, and we are going to consider them, including making it a bigger event, like a 2-day event, not necessarily a day event, like we can go somewhere else. So this juncture, I'd love to invite Mr. George Kishuki to George is just reminding me that next year it's going to be big, and we are going to take all your suggestions and also your recommendations. But did you have a good day? It was a good day, Sindio. You're not the same as you came here in the morning. That is what you wanted. So right now I'd love to invite Mr. David from Anaweza to give us his remarks and also close for us with a word of prayer. So, karibu sana, Mr. David. Let's clap for him. Briefly, and then after this, it's just the national anthem, and then you can go and have some coffee as you network and we close. Then you'll be free to leave, but make sure that you leave with somebody's contact. Karibu sana, Mr. David.
Good evening, everyone. Am I heard? Good evening. This is an ambush, but we'll survive it. My name is David Mudanje from Anaweza Sacco. We are grateful for the event. It has been big. The information delivered is very useful to the audience at different levels. And our Sacco has been around for the last 20 years, and the information we have collected today will go a long way to change our approach to customer service and also relook at our digital performance so that we move forward and improve our customer experience. I don't know which comes first, whether it is the national anthem or is the prayer. Is it the prayer or the national anthem? Okay, let's bow our heads and pray. Father, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, we come before Thee this afternoon, Father, with the thanksgiving of our lives. Father, you have taken care of us throughout the day. The events we have had today, as we prayed in the morning, you have been our guide. You have given us a lot of information. We have received a lot of information. Father, we trust that that information will be impactful to our members, and that in the future, God will guide us to be able to deliver on our responsibilities. As we depart, we pray that everyone will have journey masses to their respective destinations, and by the end of the evening, they all remember to give you thanks. And may God, may we have a good evening, and this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Kindly let's be standing for the national anthem. Washington. Thank you. So thank you so much, and na mkirudi kwa nyumbani kwenu, tunawaombea baraka za Mwenyezi Mungu. Safe journey. Say hi to your families. Enjoy your weekend, and whatever information that you received today, kindly share it with others. You're welcome to Sabti, and after that you can leave at your own pleasure. Asanteni sana, and God bless you. Let's meet and start this season 5.